Good evening, everyone. Mr. Clean here, and I wanted to start by thanking everyone who showed up for this year's very successful mid-season slam. A learning that I wanted to share with everyone is that I noted that last year's Sunday afternoon gathering that was held at a neighborhood sports bar was very sparsely attended compared to this year's outing, which we held on a Monday night at Hooters. And the obvious learning for me was next year we're definitely going to target Monday evenings. Another learning that I had this year was in listening to the owners at tonight's mid-season slam, there seemed to be an awful lot of confusion as to really what the standings were within the Forkaroo this year. And I was especially concerned with the confusion and conflicting stories that Tanner was obviously getting. So I thought, why don't I introduce a geography analogy that might help make it clear for Tanner and everyone else in the league. This, my friends, is Fantasy Mountain. Familiar to all of us, I would say. Let's start from the bottom. First, Toilet Bowl Swamp. More familiar to some owners than others. We do have a number of owners, the boys, boners, predators, who are precariously close to the Toilet Bowl Swamp right now. I would recommend to them that if they are looking for directions, they can please ask Matt Gardner. A little further up the mountain, we see the frost line. Everyone below the frost line flirting with the toilet bowl. We see the muff divers and the bitches busily trading places around the frost line. Now is where the diagram gets a little more confusing. Supposedly the owners in this region of Fantasy Mountain seem to have the inside track on a playoff berth. But the iron, the meat, the crew, I don't get it. Further up, Matt, the scrotums, 5 and 2, I don't think so. Ah yes, but when we finally get to the top of the mountain, it all starts to make sense again. Mr. Clean at 6 and 1. Well, I'm hoping that this makes, things make a little more sense for everyone taking a look at this. Oh, I forgot to explain one thing. This is Mr. Clean's timeshare chalet at the top of Fantasy Mountain. I figured with all the time I spend up here, it was probably worth the investment. Anyhow, we'll see all of you in week 8.